There is a hidden rhythm that guides the universe. The rivers flow to the sea, the leaves fall in autumn, and the wind whispers secrets at dawn. Wu-Wei is the art of dancing with this flow, without resistance, without unnecessary effort. It is not about standing idle in life, but about acting at the right moment, like a tree that only blooms when spring arrives. Lao Tzu teaches that by trying to control everything, we create invisible obstacles. The wise do not fight the current, but sail with it. The rain falls unhurried, yet it nourishes the entire earth. So too must we move, with nature, not against it. When we align ourselves with this principle, we find balance. We realize that life already knows the way. And sometimes the greatest wisdom is allowing it to lead us. We live in a world that glorifies constant busyness. We rush aimlessly, work without pause, and struggle without reflection. Like modern-day Sisyphus, we push our stones uphill only to watch them roll back down. But what is the meaning of effort without direction? Nature teaches us that the river does not fight to reach the sea. It simply flows, finding the smoothest path. The wise do not exhaust themselves in unnecessary battles, but act with discernment, knowing when to push forward and when to rest. True progress is not found in exhaustion, but in the harmony between action and purpose. If we learn to listen to the rhythm of life, we will realize that blind productivity is not a virtue, and that peace is often found in the stillness between movements. Life dances to the rhythm of the universe, and everything blooms in its own time. The farmer does not pull the fruits before they ripen, nor does he rush the seed to sprout. He trusts the cycle of the earth and waits with patience. The same applies to our actions. Forcing something before its time is like trying to open a flower by hand. Its petals tear and its beauty is lost. But when we learn to feel the flow of time, we realize there is a perfect moment for every move. Just as the river does not fight against the rocks, but flows around them, we too must act with wisdom, knowing when to push forward and when to simply wait. Patience is not passivity, but the art of trusting that at the right moment, everything falls into place. Humans deceive themselves by believing they can control everything around them. Like hands trying to grasp the wind, we waste energy trying to shape reality to our will, forgetting that nature follows its own course, indifferent to our demands. The wise, however, do not fight against the current. They learn from the river, which does not resist the rocks, but flows effortlessly around them. They understand that acceptance is not surrender, but trust. Trusting in the flow of life and moving with it. By releasing the chains of control, we find true freedom. The weight of worries dissolves, and we can finally breathe, knowing that everything unfolds in its perfect time. There is a quiet beauty in acting without strain, in moving without resisting the wind. Wu-Wei is not passivity, but a dance with life, allowing each step to unfold at the right moment, without haste, without force. The river does not question its path. It simply flows, gracefully adapting to every turn. Likewise, when we release the weight of anxiety and rigid expectations, we find that life moves smoothly on its own. This is not about giving up, but about trust. We act when it is time to act. We rest when it is time to wait. In doing so, we align with the Tao, finding harmony in the simple act of being present. The tighter we hold onto an outcome, the further it slips away. Anxiety takes root, movements become rehearsed, and spontaneity fades. We try to impress, Yet we end up trapped in a carefully constructed image that is not truly us. A romantic date is a perfect example. In our attempt to control every word and gesture, we become stiff, and the magic disappears. But when we let go of the need to please, we emerge light, authentic, unburdened by pretense. Life's beauty lies in its effortless flow. When we release the fear of failure and simply exist in the moment, everything unfolds naturally. After all, a flower does not force its bloom, yet it captivates all who see it. We are sculptors of ourselves, shaping our identity with beliefs, memories, and labels. Yet, the more we refine this image, the further we drift from our essence. The ego builds invisible walls, filtering reality through its convictions, distorting what we see and feel. Lao Tzu invites us to return to the state of the uncarved block, a being untouched by external expectations. In this state, there are no rigid certainties, only openness. There is no fear of the unknown, only curiosity. Shedding the ego does not mean losing oneself, but rather rediscovering oneself. When we release the masks we have accumulated, we finally see life with clarity as it truly is. Surrendering to life's flow is not an act of weakness, but of deep courage. Wu-Wei is not merely letting go of control. It is realizing that control itself is an illusion. It asks us to release rigid certainties, detach from what we think we know, and open ourselves to the mystery of the present moment. Lao Tzu teaches that true wisdom is not in accumulating knowledge, but in letting go of the convictions that imprison us. Like water shaping stone without resistance, the wise do not fight life. They learn to dance with it. Embracing the unknown without fear is the greatest act of strength. The world does not need to be conquered. It already moves in its own rhythm. And when we have the courage to trust in this flow, we find that life always carries us exactly where we need to be. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss more tips like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.